So I went to another trip to the woods looking for the fallow and red deer. The dawn wasn't quite as spectacular as last week. There was no mist or fog. The sun was just obscured just slightly by some clouds as it came up over the horizon, but managed to see some fallow deer bucks. There was about 6 to 8 quite mature bucks, which was quite nice. One of them had a damaged antler, so that was interesting. But they were just sort of moving across from me and away, so I didn't get too close a view. For these bucks still to be grouped together, it gives the impression that for these fallow deer, at least, the rut is probably still a little way off. Their antlers are so impressive, and the weight must be a real considerable amount. And for this buck to only have one fully developed antler must be a real strain on its neck with that uneven weight. And it's probably going to be a real disadvantage in the upcoming rut. As he runs off, and really does look awkward. I guess that the stunted antler must be damaged in some way. It's about 8:30, 9 now. I've spent the last 3/4 of an hour to an hour following a red deer stag. It was in an opening, sat down in the heath. So I circled round, got to a position where I fancied it would be a good place to film. I was about 100 yards back from the tree line. And I like to sort of settle there for about 10 minutes just to make sure that I'm in a good place and I haven't been sort of discovered. And just as I started filming, he shot up, and I thought, no, it's what have I done? But it wasn't me. There was a dog walker, a lady, and a bright white top walking right the way through the centre of the heath, which was just a little bit of a disappointment. So briefly filmed him as he moved across to my right hand side and sort of melted away into the woods. Decided I didn't want to add to sort of his disturbance, so I just backed away really. So I've come back here 400-500 yards and sat down for some coffee, make a plan for the rest of the day really. I think there's going to be some rain coming later on this afternoon, which actually I don't mind at all really. So just keep circling around. Hopefully the stags are starting to join, ready for the rut. So let's see what comes. By midday, a small group of fallow deer were taking advantage of the shade afforded from these conifer trees. And at first I thought these younger bucks and pricket were sparring, but on closer inspection, seems as if this small sapling was taking the brunt of their enthusiasm. I'm not quite sure what the intention of this behaviour is, but it seems to serve some purpose for them. And I have seen it last year, a red deer doing a very similar behaviour. I'm sure this young red deer was within the herd of hinds that we filmed last week. I believe this is probably 2 years old, I guess, and I think the term is brocket, with quite an impressive long single tine. I can only assume that the mature stag must have gathered up all the hinds, forcing him to leave the herd. And as the afternoon drew on, I started to make my way back to the car. As the dusk approached, I passed the odd small group of red deer hinds. And on the heath, a mixed group of fallow deer, bucks and does. Well, I think that's it for the day. We certainly got that rain. It appeared to, well, it was more like a freaking thunderstorm, claps of thunder and lightning. It brought me back to the times when I used to carry, sort of carbon rods in a thunderstorm, and I'm sort of walking along thinking, yeah, a carbon tripod, probably not the best of ideas. Well, it's certainly been a lovely day, bit of a challenge. Looks as if it's certainly not kicked off yet. Just a couple of, well, just the one stag and one pricket. But I think the highlight was the morning with the fallow bucks. So, well, I guess it's got to be any time soon that it's going to kick off. Next week or two, I guess. At least I've been treated to a lovely sunset, augmented by the angry clouds. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, thumbs up, like and subscribe, and hopefully you join me for the next one.